Hello, this is Sakchut Bernard. I would like to dedicate this talk to my auntie, Anna Lee, who passed this May 15th while touring Tokyo. God bless her soul. In her memory, I'm wearing a shirt she lovingly gave me when I was visiting Singapore in August of 2023. I used to work as a lifeguard when I was in Singapore. There were Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, and myself, a Christian. We worked together. Much of the time, as a lifeguard, we would be watching for trouble in the water, be it someone struggling or dangerous activities such as doing somersaults or backflips from the edge of the pool. We would stop the horseplay before someone would get hurt. If there is any mishap, we were there to administer the first aid or CPR. As lifeguards, we had plenty of time to talk while in between saving lives. On this particular day, I was working with a Malay colleague who is a Muslim. It was around 1985, 40 years ago. I was very young then. Somehow the subject of Christians was brought up. To me, Christianity is an ideal religion, the one which has the truth. But not so for my colleague, as he associated Christianity with the Hollywood actresses who are known to be promiscuous and without modesty. Whatever pictures he had been exposed to showed the women wearing crosses. I said, they are wearing crosses, do not make them Christians. His defense was that they wear crosses, so they have to be Christians, guilty by association. It was a painful discussion. As I reflect on this cross or crucifix, it is such a powerful symbol for the Christians. Whether you are wearing it or not, when you are a Christian, you are associated with the cross. The cross is a target for ridicule. This is the time when our faith is tested. We can hide and deny that we have nothing to do with the cross, or stand straight and tall and embrace it, because there is more to just a man hanging crucified on the cross. Going a little deeper, Christian belief defies human logic. How can a man be God or God be a man? And worse still, how can a God be crucified, hanging and dying on the cross? In man's reasoning, the chance for this happening is zero. I say it is a ridiculous idea and should not be possible. But this is a very serious issue many do not understand. The crux or point of the matter is, how can someone be convinced that sin is abhorrent, that God cannot tolerate sin in any form? Perfect and evil cannot coexist. When someone sins, the price is getting thrown out of paradise. Angels are cast out of heaven into hell. Any sin is not compatible in the kingdom of God. In finding a comparison for the seriousness of sin, I want to illustrate with the bacteria or virus or even the cancer cell. The smallest of these microorganisms or cells may seem harmless. We typically cannot see them with the human eye. However, they are visible under the microscope. When the body is vulnerable and exposed to these microorganisms or cells, just one of these cells or microorganisms can run amok and start to grow exponentially. Soon it is like a forest fire, causing chaos and out of control, making us very sick, or worse, diseased. Likewise, we cannot say that small sins are acceptable. No, they are not, as they lead to damnation. Any form of sin leads to death, meaning hell, unless purged, and the only remedy is the price of a perfect human life. This is only found in the perfect man, the Son of God. He is the only one who carries enough value beyond the collective souls of mankind who have sinned. He is the only one whom God the Father accepts as sufficient price in payment for man's sins. Not gold, silver, or precious metals, not stocks and shares, not money. These are all value placed by man. In God's eye, the life of a human person cannot be bought with human currency. You may think that dying on the cross as price to bring man to the kingdom of God is far-fetched and hell is fiction. But then ask yourself why there is good and evil in this world. In free will, there is freedom to make choices between good or evil. It is a path between heaven and hell. To keep us from being damned by sins so as to bring us back to his kingdom, Jesus has to place himself as a life offering sacrificed on the cross. Death on the cross is the great price he paid for us to be with him. Take time and reflect on this with a degree of seriousness, as your life depends on your choice. Jesus is real, scientifically proven. His AB blood type and the human cardiac cells are all visualized in a host, the Eucharist. Just as in free will, he does not coerce in our choice. He paid the price to invite you and me to follow him. What is your choice? I chose Jesus. God bless.